Hey guys, I'm here with Mark DellaGrotte and we're in his gym at Sityodtong. Now, it means student of?
That's correct. Actually, it's translated to student of Yodtong. Sit is student of, and Yodtong would be the master of the camp.
Oh, okay.
As if Muhammad Ali would open a boxing camp, it would be maybe called Sit Muhammad Ali, something to that effect.
Now, there's a mother school in Thailand, correct?
Correct.
That's what he was telling me.
Yeah. The parent camp is in Thailand. Sityodtong has been in Pattaya City, Thailand, for about 50 years, originally in Rayong, but moved to Pattaya. So that general area has been for about 50 years. And he's had students of Muay Thai from all over the world come through that camp. It's kind of like the rite of passage. It's kind of like the Gracie family, the Gracie camp of Thai boxing. Everybody who is into Muay Thai makes a pilgrimage and trains at that camp. And again, he's been there for about 50 years, and his legacy continues to grow. Not only here in the U.S., we have Boston here, of course, and we have Walter Michalowski. He's in Pasadena, California. And we've got Finland, Italy, Switzerland.
Wow.
So we've got worldwide representatives. Yeah, he's really spread out.
Now, you fought in Thailand. So what was that like being an American boy in Thailand fighting?
It's always an uphill battle, of course.
Yeah.
You know, the Thais are the best at Thai boxing. No one's ever going to take that away. But it's always, you know, the white guys and the foreigners that come in and try to do their sport. It's like that with any other sport. You know, we have tons of Americans going to Brazil, the Mundial and stuff like that. So again, you know, it's kind of a proving ground. You know, you do Muay Thai, and if you do Muay Thai and you want to take it to that high level, then it's best to compete in Thailand, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted a good resume. I didn't want to be one of those coaches who, you know, talked about doing it and it was all theory, no practice. I wanted to get in there, get my feet wet, and gain experience as a trainer.
Now, when did you start Muay Thai?
I actually studied under Guru Guy Chase in 1992 was the first time I had been introduced to Muay Thai. And he was somebody who had trained with Guru Dan and Nasanto, who was Bruce Lee's training partner in the 60s, and Master Chai Sirisu, who's founded the Thai Boxing Association of America. So his blood runs really deep in terms of Thai boxing. I started studying with him in 1992, and around 1997 wanted to take it a bit further, wanted to completely surround myself with it, and that's when I felt that I needed to go to Thailand, so I did about 1997.
Now I've heard from Kenny or from other people here that you're big on striking, not just you're not just a stand-up guy, ground guy, but you're just striking in all positions.
Absolutely. You know, a lot of people refer to me as a striking coach, and the first thing I do is I not necessarily correct them, but I tell them, well, I am a striking coach, but not just on your feet. You know, I'm very active as a striker when I grapple. I try to teach my students the same. You know, it's important that you're not only striking on your feet, but you're striking while you're grappling as well. So we try to instill that on our students.
And you're a purple belt in Jiu-Jitsu?
Purple belt in Jiu-Jitsu under Kenny Florian. Possibly a brown belt someday. We're working on that. But you know, as Kenny said before too, you know, I do very well with Jiu-Jitsu black belts. You know, because again, you know, in MMA it's a little bit different. You know, we're not playing with a gi. You know, and as the great Carlson Gracie said once, you know, you take a black belt, you punch him in the face once, he's a brown belt. You punch him in the face twice, he's a purple belt, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So you know, I think belts are important to a certain degree, but to be a complete fighter, it's irrelevant what belt you are.
I agree. Now, what do you do differently? What do you feel you do differently than other coaches in other places? What do you bring to,
I think me personally, what I do different, you guys saw a little bit of this this weekend, is I actually get my hands dirty. You know, I get in there, I get my hands and my feet dirty. In my opinion, if I'm the coach that tells you how to do it but can't do it myself, then I'm kind of a hypocrite. You know what I mean? If I tell you this is how you need to elbow somebody, and then I do a 5-minute round with you and I elbow you a few times the way I told you, I think it sinks in a little deeper. So one thing I like to focus on is staying young, staying in shape myself, getting in there with the guys, feeling what they're doing right and wrong, and it kind of redefines the term hands-on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I take my lumps with them. And I think a lot of coaches out there are coaching from the sidelines. I'm one of the guys that's not.
Yeah, no, I agree. Now, I always ask this question to everyone: who would you fight, dead or alive? It could be anyone. Like, it doesn't have to be a fighter. It could be
dead or alive.
A historical figure. It could be.
Well, I suppose, in my opinion, I'd want to become the best in anything I do, and in my opinion, the best fighter that ever lived was Bruce Lee. So I'd be very curious to see how I matched up with Bruce.
There were some elbows.
Yeah, it might be a suicide mission. But, you know, I'd like to fight him not out of disrespect, but out of respect.
Yeah.
You know, I have a lot of people that come in here, and for years when I first started running this gym, they would say, "Oh, can I spar with you?" And as a young lad, you take that as insulting. You know, like, "Oh, you want to challenge me? You know, you want to see what I'm all about?" But as I got older, and I started to realize that that's what I wanted too. When I went to Thailand, I didn't want to spar with bums. I wanted to spar with the best guys. You know? So I guess if I had a choice to fight anybody, I'd really want to challenge myself to step up and fight Bruce.
Yeah. See how that goes down.
So yeah, probably not good, but.
The tap out crew's come here a couple times, haven't they? Like, I mean, 2-3 times?
Tap Out's been here twice, and we're talking about doing some follow-ups. They were scouting some talent, and as you see, we have a full stable of fighters. A lot of young and upcoming fighters, as well as UFC guys. And those are the guys they're looking at, the young and upcoming fighters. So they've been here twice, and it's possible that you'll see them here again.
How has that affected kind of just, your gyms being exposed?
Yeah.
To millions of people on TV.
It's been great. It's been great. I think Kenny Florian was the one that really opened the doors, opened the floodgates, and he got me recognized in the public. And I told Kenny I'm forever in debt to him for that. And Peter Welch is another guy, Kenny's boxing coach, who was in with all the right people and made the right comments at the right time and gave me the opportunity that I needed. I remember Kenny and Peter used to tell me all the time, you have so much talent, no one's discovered you yet. You're the secret that no one found yet. And I think Kenny and Peter helped me get to the level where I was noticed in the public side, and ever since I was, it's been all great for me so far, and I hope it continues. I really do.
Yeah, Gertie was saying it's kind of like being Rocky here, like you're underground, like no one knows what you're doing. It's like you're Rocky, like
I tell people all the time. I said in the Tap Out show, I said, forget Brad Pitt, this is Fight Club. We're in the basement here, you're in the dungeon, and a lot of people have beautiful, lavish facilities. They've got thousands of square feet and all this state-of-the-art facility, but they don't produce fighters, and we might not have 10,000 square feet and the best training equipment we can get, but it's all about camaraderie. It's all about being a good, solid team, being a family. You see how it is down here. My wife works the front desk, my son's running around holding pads for Kenny Florian and everybody else, and it's what we do every day. We don't sell cars during the day and then run my martial arts academy at night. This is what I do. I'm here every day, and I said, a lot of other gyms may look pretty, but they're not getting the job done. We might not have the best looking facility. I hope to change that someday, but as long as we keep, it gets the job done. It's grimy, but it is what it is, and I think we've been successful because of its being small and like that.
Now, where can people find? What's your website?
Website is Sityodtong.com. It's actually Sityodtong.com, and I do have a MySpace that I haven't touched in a while. I should probably get on that. But a lot of people check out the website again, Sityodtong.com. We get tons of traffic, and we're completely revamping it. It's the same as it is now, but it's going to be changing within the next couple months. So be sure to look for a new website out of us soon.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Thank you. As we say in Thailand, cup and cup. Thank you very much.